Most of us think that health is all about what we eat and how we move our bodies. But your home, yes, your home, the floors, the walls, even the furniture, they all play a critical role in your health. And the truth is, this time of year is the perfect time to start creating a healthier space. Why? Because the outdoor temperatures are mild. Energy bills aren't sky high, and you're probably spending more time inside as the days get shorter. Before you end up closing up windows for the fall and winter, there are a few key steps you need to take to make sure that your space is healthy and ready for a season where you will be inside more than you're outside. The truth is, many homes are filled with invisible stressors. Indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. VOCs, mold, EMFs, synthetic fragrances, they can all add up over time, and they're impacting your body in ways that are really difficult to trace. But here's the good news. Once you know better, you do better. And you don't have to gut your house or spend thousands to get started. In fact, this week, I'm so excited to share with you really easy ways you can change your home this fall, specific to this season, that will actually make it healthier and one that really supports your health and wellness. Today, we're going to talk about just how amazing fall is. And it's not because it's just a beautiful season with changing leaves and crisp air, a welcome reprieve from the summer heat, but it's actually beneficial to the health of your home. You just have to know how to use the changing air outside to benefit your indoor space. So why is fall your home's natural reset button? Well, you know how amazing it feels to step out in a crisp fall morning. Your home can feel that refreshing too. So the cooler temperatures, the lower humidity, the gentle breezes create the ideal conditions for naturally improving your indoor air quality. And it doesn't require expensive equipment or even complicated procedures. There are actually some really simple ways that fall weather can help your indoor air quality. First and foremost, really opening your windows on a regular basis. And I know this almost sounds too simple, but opening your windows might actually be the most powerful thing you can do for your family's health this season. Our homes are built to be really energy efficient, which is wonderful for utility bills, but it can trap toxins inside with your family. So here's what happens when you open your windows in fall. Those harmful chemicals from furniture, from cleaning products, building materials, they get sent outside instead of building up to concentrated levels indoors. Next, the fresh air dilutes what is already circulating in your home, and you get this amazing natural ventilation without overworking your HVAC system. So try this. Open your windows for just 15 to 30 minutes each morning and evening. That's it. You'll be amazed at how much fresher your home feels and how improved your indoor air quality is. So if you have a whole house fan, this is usually if you have a forced air furnace or perhaps a central air conditioner. Fall is the perfect time to use it because a lot of times we're not heating our homes. We're also not cooling our homes. The air can just kind of sit. And so as the air sits, we need to push it around and move it through filters. Think of it as kind of a way to purify your air. It pulls fresh outdoor air through your living space, and then it will push the stale toxin-filled air out through your attic. So this is a bonus that you might not know. These fans actually help balance the air pressure in your home, and this can prevent it from accidentally pulling in unwanted things like mold spores or radon from underneath your home. This is called a stack effect, and it's something we want to avoid. One thing I see in so many homes is excess humidity, especially in basements and bathrooms, and also laundry areas. High humidity isn't just uncomfortable for us as human beings, it actually creates the perfect environment for mold growth and dust mites. Plus, it slows down the natural process that helps toxins leave your home. Fall is usually naturally drier, and so the air can have an effect on your home that dehumidifies it. So open your windows strategically This might be just in the evenings. It might be just on dry days. Make sure we don't have a rainy day. And use your fans, if you have ceiling fans or a whole house fan, to move that air around and take advantage of any lower humidity level days to help dry out some of those damp spots that maybe you've been worried about over the summer. If you want to find kind of a sweet spot for your air in your house, we don't want it too humid, we don't want it too dry. You want to aim for about 35%. Anything between 30 and 40 is perfect. Your family's health will thank you. Are you a little unsure about where you even should be starting with a healthy house? Like, what are the first steps? After 10 plus years of hands-on experience, I know what those first steps are, and I know the steps to take that won't have you spending lots of money in the beginning, but will get you excited for all of the changes and all the potential that your house has. The truth is, creating a healthy house doesn't have to be really expensive. It doesn't have to be really complicated. You just have to know the exact steps to take. Anybody can check things off a list, and that's exactly what I'm here to help you do. My free ebook is an amazing resource to help you get started on getting toxins out of your house and creating healthier habits, and also planning for the future for some of those bigger changes. So here's something that might surprise you. Cooler temperatures actually means fewer toxins floating around in your home, because VOCs like to off-gas at a much higher level in warm and humid environments. So the cooler we keep our home and the drier we keep our home, the better it is for our indoor air quality. So when it's hot, materials like furniture, flooring, even paint and building materials can release these chemicals at a much higher rate. And as fall temperatures cool things down, this off-gassing process slows significantly. It's really like giving your family's lungs just a natural break while living normally inside your home. So I want you to feel really confident and prepared. That's why I want to talk about a few things to keep on your radar this season as we make the most of fall weather. And that is, there's still things we need to watch for and be aware of. Uninvited guests is number one at the top of my list. If you live in an area like the Midwest, you know, as temperatures drop, little critters, bugs start looking for warm places to spend the winter. So what we need to do is seal around our homes, make it a barrier to the exterior so nothing can get in. You want to check for gaps around doors and windows, foundation, and then definitely consider a natural deterrent like peppermint oil, or Earth Kind is another great non-toxic alternative that will help deter pests. It actually prevents them from getting in rather than killing them once they're in your space. It's also a good idea to take care of your garage and make sure that pests cannot get in your garage. This is kind of like a little barrier between your house and the exterior. And oftentimes this is where they're getting in. So make sure that all of your weather stripping is intact around garage doors so little friends can't make their way in. I know that cleaning gutters isn't anyone's favorite weekend activity, and it's mine, not mine either. But blocked gutters can actually lead to so many water issues that can create mold problems later on, or really harm the foundation and soil around your home. So if you imagine that your gutters are blocked, any water or snow that ends up in them is just going to overflow and land right next to your foundation. This can do one of two things. It can either enter your home because there's so much moisture next to your foundation, you'll have moisture problems in your lowest level, or it can deteriorate the grading next to your home, which means you can potentially get even more snow melting next to your house or water draining towards your house for years to come. So it's really important to keep those gutters clean. If it's something that you can't tackle, it's definitely worth hiring out someone to handle it for you to prevent that moisture. And finally, before you need to turn on your heat regularly or use it every single day, I want you to check and probably replace your furnace filter. A dirty filter just recirculates dust and allergens all season long. It's definitely not what we want for our families. It's probably a good time to get a tune-up and have someone look at your heating system, make sure that it's running properly. Take those filters and make sure you have the right size, grab a box, keep it in your home by your furnace for the winter season so that anytime you need to replace those filters, you are ready. Another thing that I really like to have people do in the fall is get ready for winter. And it might feel like this is overkill. Winter prep can feel kind of daunting, especially if you live in an area where winter can be very serious with lots of snow, lots of cold weather. But because these things are so important to your health, now is a great time to start thinking about it. I know you're juggling so much, but fall gives you this gentle window to handle a few key things before winter weather hits. The first thing to do is consider testing for radon. It's actually more common than you think. It's the number one cause of lung cancer in non-smokers, and it is very deadly. A lot of homes have it, and we don't know because you can't smell it, taste it, see it, feel it, nothing. You have to have a test done in order to determine what your radon levels are. So radon pools in the lowest level of the home. If you have a basement where someone is sleeping or spending a lot of time, definitely get an at-home kit. These are actually very accurate. I've tested them with my own calibrated continuous radon monitor. And when they're done the right way, they're very, very accurate and will give you the proper reading for your home so you know if you have to mitigate your home. And as you walk around the exterior of your home or the interior, even if you have access to your foundation, watch for any sort of cracking that you're seeing in your foundation or exterior around siding or windows or anything like that. If you see cracking in your foundation walls, hairline cracks can be typical. If you're seeing anything bigger, it may be something you need to have assessed, but we want to seal everything up so we're not getting moisture in over any like winter months where snow is melting, and we don't want to get any sort of like rodents or bugs in. So sealing those up is key. We talked about your furnace and your HVAC system. Get a really high quality air filter. This is going to be a MERV 12 with carbon. Now, a lot of people will tell me that their heating technician says, do not get MERV 12. It's way too tight of a weave and it will damage your furnace. Now, if you're replacing it on a very frequent basis, it will not damage your furnace system. You need to remember that the tighter the weave, so the higher the MERV rating, the more is getting caught. We don't want to block the filter because this puts a lot of pressure on your furnace and the fan, and it can damage the system. So if you have a tight weave, please be checking that furnace filter to make sure that you are replacing it as soon as it is looking dirty and getting clogged. I love Nordic Pure. I have those linked in the blog post this week. And then also get a tune-up for your furnace or your boiler. Have someone come out, do a check for you. They will tell you anything that needs to be repaired. They'll check it for safety. You don't have to do everything at once with all of these. You can just pick something this week and then progress forward maybe in a week or two to do something else. So linked on the blog this week, I have my checklist and planner for each season. I have winter, spring, summer, and fall. There's seasonal guides. They will help you through maintenance inside and outside your home for each of these seasons. It will also help you prepare for the coming season. These are really helpful. They're totally free. You can download them right on my website. There's a little link at the top corner here where you can click that and it will bring you to the blog post where you can download everything. I highly recommend this, especially if you are a first-time home buyer or you don't know what maintenance might need to be done in your home. It's something we're not taught when we purchase a home. And so it's really important to know these things as we move forward in our home. A lot of times maintenance is what keeps our home the healthiest. So I want you to know that creating a healthier home doesn't have to be overwhelming, and it really doesn't have to be expensive either. We know that fall is offering us this beautiful natural opportunity to make real improvements in our family's daily environment. Now, you're already doing so much to take care of everyone you love. You can let this season help take care of your home too in a more natural way where you don't have to do as much work. So if you're feeling ready to dive deeper into creating the healthiest possible environment for your family, I'd love to support you with my free class. It takes all the guesswork out of where to start and gives you a clear step-by-step plan that fits into your real life. I have it linked right here in the top right-hand corner, because your home should be your family's safe haven. With fall's help, it absolutely can be. As always, thank you so much for being here. I hope you can take at least one idea and apply it to your home this fall as you prepare for winter ahead. If you found this video helpful, definitely give it a like. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I'm here every single week with new tips and ideas on how to create a space that truly supports your health and your wellness.